Hello friends, I am Dr. Ashish Agrawat. Welcome to my channel Live Biochemistry. Today I am going to discuss about the real-time PCR. Okay, so it is also called as the RT-PCR. So you have heard that coronavirus can be detected. Okay, COVID-19, this disease, this virus can be detected by the RT-PCR. So how does this real-time PCR works and how it is different from the PCR? You can see my video about the PCR. Okay. So how does it is different? So in PCR we know there is a double stranded DNA that are denatured at 95 degree, then annealing for 50 degree, priming are added, and then extension occur at 72 degrees Celsius. What happens in real-time PCR? Suppose there is a RNA or DNA. Suppose it is the RNA that with the help of reverse transcriptase enzyme. Okay, why it is called reverse transcriptase? What do you mean by? Suppose you know transcription, DNA is converted to mRNA. Here, RNA is converted to DNA. Okay, so for DNA to mRNA formation, enzyme was transcriptase. Okay, here that is a RNA polymerase. So here there is RNA to DNA is formed. So it is called as a reverse transcriptase. Okay. Now once DNA is formed, it is called as the cDNA. Then the normal PCR cycle continues. That denaturation at 95 degree, annealing at 50 degree, and amplification. Okay. And here because it is called as a real time, because we can quantify the concentration of the DNA at every time. After every cycle, what happens in PCR? We can quantify at the end of the cycle. At the end of the cycle. While here at the real time, okay, at the real time we can show the increase in the, we will see there is an increase in fluorescence because of the DNA amplification. There is an amplification in the fluorescence signal that we can visualize at the real time. So this is very important. Okay. Here it requires, like normal PCR, it requires the DNA template, it requires the primers, it requires the building block, that is deoxynucleotide triphosphate, it requires the DNA polymerase, it requires the buffer magnesium calcium, MgCl2 and buffer. Okay, same like in PCR. But here additional is there is a TaqMan probes are added. Okay, which are labeled with the fluorescent. And whenever there is a DNA amplification occur, these probes are lies and they will signal the fluorescence. And as more and more amplification occur, more and more fluorescence signal happens. Okay, so there are different type of detection of in real time PCR. Okay, one is use of the cyber green dye. Okay, cyber green dye. What is the speciality of this dye? This dye will bind only to the double, it is an intercalating dye, so it will only bind to the double stranded DNA. Okay, so whenever from one DNA, when two DNA are more made, this will bind with the double stranded DNA only. Okay, and that it will help in detection of the, if we detect more and more cyber green dye, and that can be suggestive of DNA amplification. So this is the one technique by which we can use the uh, cyber green dye. Okay. Then another method is TaqMan probe. Here in TaqMan probe, it is nothing but oligonucleotide sequence. At the one side there is a quencher dye, one side there is a fluorophore. Okay, and so what is the role of this quencher? It will quench. It will not allow this fluorophore to fluorescence until there is amplification occur, and this amplification, it is an exonuclease activity and it will cut this fluorophore. Okay, and there will be fluorescence occur. So more and more amplification, more and more fluorescence will be there. That is called as a TaqMan probe. right? And another is beacon, molecular beacon is there. Okay, so when there is a amplification, this will be removed. Okay, so this is how in real time PCR it will work. And here you can see this is the baseline, and once there is a amplification is detected by this fluorescence signal, right? And for the every molecule, when there is a initial, the template concentration is less. If there is a less initial template concentration, suppose the virus concentration is very less, it will take more cycle, okay, to increase the rate of the reaction. Okay, so you can see here after the 22 cycle the amplification, okay, there is exponential growth exponential amplification occurs, right? So this is a baseline, okay, it is called as a threshold cycle. Below this line there is a noise, okay, and above this cycle there is exponential growth, exponential rise in the fluorescence signal, that is called as a CT value. This CT value is inversely proportionate to the initial template concentration, right? So more template concentration, less will be the CT value, okay, or more the CT value, less the template concentration, right? So we know in DNA we require the DNA, we require the Techman probe, we require the primers, polymerase enzyme, and DNTP. Okay, and in the tubes all these reactions are added: MgCl2, buffer, DNA polymerase, Techman probe they are added in the solution, and then they will undergo the PCR. Okay, this is our PCR tubes. These are our PCR machine. Okay, we can set at one denaturation at 95 degree, 50 degree, and extension at 72 degree. Okay, so we can set the cycle in the machine. Here this is a display we can set. So suppose there is a coronavirus sample is there. So if the rise in the signal, okay, that is suggestive of positive coronavirus. Okay, if there is a virus is there, then they can be amplified. Okay, so you can see we take the sample, we extract the RNA, then with the help of reverse transcriptase, RNA is converted to DNA. Suppose this is a viral DNA, and primers are added, and Techman probe is there. One side there is a fluorophore, one side is a quencher dye. As there is amplification occur, this fluorescence will be detached and it will give the fluorescence signal. Okay, so if there is a viral DNA, if the virus is present, once they are amplified, they will give the signals, and when they are after few cycles there is exponential rise of the fluorescence signal. Well, that is a positive. But if there is a no sample is there, no virus is there in patient, then you can see it is less than the CT value. Okay, so this is how the fluorescence or real-time PCR works. So what is this? This is normal CTR baseline value, and if our graph comes like in real time, you can see here as the cycle goes on, there is no exponential increase. Okay, so that is a negative result, okay, of any virus or any bacteria. Or if this is a baseline, you can see after 30 cycle there is exponential rise in the fluorescence signal. As virus, as we know, after one cycle, one viral DNA will be converted to 2. After 2 cycle, 4. After 3 cycle, it is 8, 16, 32, 64. So as the cycle goes on, there is a multiple copies of the viral are seen, and as the more and more DNA will be there, more they are amplified, then they will cut the fluorescence. Okay, this quencher dye, Techman probe, and fluorescence occur. This is how real-time PCR works. Real-time PCR. It is also in, if there is a, we use the reverse transcriptase enzyme. It is called RRT, reverse transcriptase real-time PCR. Okay, so in case of reverse transcriptase real-time PCR, RNA is converted to DNA, cDNA with the help of reverse transcriptase enzyme. Once DNA is formed, once DNA is there, right? Suppose this is a DNA, and what we add the primer. We also add the Techman probe, which has a quencher dye and fluorescence dye. This is a fluorescence fluorophore, and this is a quencher dye. As the amplification occurs, there is a cutting here, and it will give the signal, fluorescence signal. And this is how we can detect this fluorescence signal in the machine. As a, suppose this is a baseline, and these are the number of cycle. Okay, and this is the fluorescence signal. As the cycle goes on, then there will be exponential rise in the fluorescence. So it is when this fluorescence will occur, signal occur, if there is a DNA is there, if there is a viral DNA or bacterial DNA is there. So if there is a RNA, we will extract the RNA, and it is converted to cDNA, and we amplify this. So if there is a RNA or DNA is there, then only it can amplify and give the fluorescence signal. Okay, if there is a negative, okay, then this signal will be like this. Okay, this is about the real-time PCR. Here there is a cyber green dye, okay, to detect the fluorescent signal. Okay, it will bind only to DNA, okay, double stranded DNA. Then we have a Techman probe. Okay, we have a molecular beacon. All they are used as a probe. Okay, along with this DNA template, DNTP, deoxynucleotide triphosphate, magnesium chloride buffer, all these are required. But here again, more probe is required in case of real-time PCR. I hope you understand the basic concept of the real-time PCR, and it is useful to you. If you like this video, please hit the like button, share my video, subscribe to my channel, and press the bell icon so that you can get the notification for my future video also. Thank you for watching.